Peace and love, everybody. This is your girl, Tyshondra Barnes, and I'm coming back at you all once again to drop some more knowledge and to drop some more truth out here. You know, what's becoming unclear to me that everything I'm seeing happening in the world today is pretty much is in the spirit realm. You know, I'm seeing a lot of things that's going on that's really weird and that's really becoming freaked out. But it's no surprise that everything that we seeing in this world today, that the signs of the time are here and that the end is coming near us. You know, we seeing a lot of people with all these different behaviors, with all these different spirits floating in their minds and within their bodies. The time is coming and people need to get right before it's too late, because everything that's happening is controlling these people's minds and that's destroying them spiritually and mostly mentally. But what I'm going to discuss with you all today is how these minds is being programmed, how these minds are being controlled by evilness and by devil worshippers. You know, as far as them doing all this evil acts and all this negativity and all these other things that's pretty much that's not right. And it's called mind control. Now, the mind control that is basically has happened. These people is being programmed from the devil. You see a lot of these people joining these religious groups that's not of God, selling their souls to the devil, signing all these blood contracts, being reprogrammed, and it's pretty much it's destroying people's minds. And it really doesn't make any sense. You seeing a lot of people acting all strange. You seeing a lot of people saying things they shouldn't be saying. You know, that's because their minds is being controlled by the devil. You know, these people really is screwed up in the mind, and they allow Satan to do it. You know, they think Satan is their friend. You know, it's a lot of people involved in these secret cults and these spirituals and all these different spells that's not of good. And people need to be aware of what's going on out here, because it's getting worse and worse. And the minds that you see people that's subjected under to this nonsense is not of God. It's of the devil. You notice that how people be staring and spacing out and looking all dazed and confused? That's because they have allowed their minds to get rejected to the foolishness and the bullcrap that the world has played upon them. You see all these entertainers selling out, these movie actors. You see all this garbage in this hip hop now is really destroying people now. All these blood contracts. You know, people is in these religious groups, you know, and these cults. And they trying to take as many souls as they can. So, you know, when you under mind control, you pretty much being trained. Your thoughts are being trained. Your way of thinking is being trained. And misprogrammed and also misguided and off track. You are no longer yourself. You their property. If your mind thinking one thing, your mind is going to be thinking another. You know, we're not in reality anymore. You know, we in a world now where everything is being controlled in the mind. And people is not waking up paying attention to this. You got your mind, and then you got the reality of the mind. The reality of the mind is when you can see clear facts and see things for what it is. But you know, when you under that subjecting of that control and of that force that plays these evil and negative thoughts, you are no longer yourself. You are a different person. Your way of eating changes. The way you speak, the way you conduct yourself as a man or a woman. You are no longer yourself anymore. Half of you all can't even remember your name. You know, once you get involved in that society of that cult and of that organization, which pledges your thoughts, you know, to think evil. Why you think we see all these people in this world today that's getting involved in the rap history, you know, in the music world and the music in the movie world? It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, they forcing you to do this, and they forcing you to do things you don't want to do. Now, once you undergo that mind control, your thoughts become no longer yours. Every decision that you make, it does affect the people that you involve yourself with. You know, a lot of folks thinking these people care about you, and you get involved in these rituals and these signing these contracts and don't know what you read. You are part of their property now. Why you think everybody is talking about this MK and this Illuminati stuff out here that's happening. This stuff is really real. You know, people is really being controlled by devils and really being controlled by evilness out here. And people need to wake up. The music that you listening to with the beats and with the different symbols and, you know, with these spells and rituals, this stuff is really real out here. And the minds is thinking, hey, you know, this is fun. This is something to do. And then the reality of the mind shows you like, well, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. This is not right. You have mind control over reality. The reality of your mind shows, you know, hey, I need to start speaking up for myself. I need to start making the right decisions. I need to start looking who am I as a man and as a woman. But the world today is not doing that, and it's becoming evident that things is getting worse. You know, it's a messed up thing when you lose your mind and when you lose your train of thought. You are no longer yourself. And people need to wake up and start being spiritually in tune with what's going on out here, because people is really being taken out. You seeing people being set up to be murdered. You seeing people set up to be raped and robbed. You think all this fame and this fortune is going to last forever. It's not even worth it. I mean, all it's going to do is just going to take you straight down into the ground, where you got to sacrifice people and sacrifice your life, and you thinking that's all it's about, just money and clothes and cars and women. Come on, wake up, people. Know your history and get your and know that these people is trying to control your mind. Why you think they're trying to clone and erase every memory of your mind? Why they trying to replace your brain cells into another part, into another person's brain? The mind is really real, and I just hope that everybody wake up and see what's really happening out here, because the people minds is no longer with themselves. Real people that you think is by your side, and they don't even know them real selves, because they lost in this world of illusion, thinking everything is okay and thinking this is the life to live. But in your reality, this is just nothing but a devil's playground and temptation of the lustful things of this world to mislead you and to misguide you. And most likely is going to end into death. So I just wish you all wake up and just know that people is really being controlled out here, and these groups and this MK and all this stuff that people is promoting out here is nothing but garbage, and it's nothing but to give you just a life full of pain and life full of misery. The reality is you got to know who you are as an individual and as a person. And I just wish people wake up and just start, you know, connecting in the spiritual realm and knowing that, hey, you know, it's time to pray, and it's time to get real, and it's time to be aware of your surroundings and watch who you surround yourself with, and watch who you signing that paperwork with. Because once your name is on that contract, if it's in the music or if it's in the music world, you know, or whatnot, it is what it is. You sign for life. Your life is signed pretty much to a world of misery and retraining of thoughts and who you are as an individual. So wake up, people, and know that your mind is important, and that you all really need to be in tune in who you are and start paying attention what's around you. Words of truth.